Welcome back. Claude Code is a spectacular tool for building websites and applications. But if you want to use it intensively, the API costs can become absolutely brutal. This video is going to show you exactly how to use Claude Code for free without paying a single cent to Anthropic's API. I recently saw someone accidentally blow $200 in a single weekend trying to learn this exact tool. They racked up a massive API bill just by letting it run autonomously through their files. But people still desperately want to learn it. Just yesterday, a new member named Lucas posted in our private school community asking for a Claude Code tutorial. I told him I'd make one, but my core promise to the community is to build systems without massive overhead. So, I had to figure out how to give you all the coding power without that insane API cost. And we have to figure it out, because Claude Code is the future. If you want to jump into the tech industry over the next few years, you don't really have a choice. Just like you had to know your way around Microsoft Office products to get a job in the 2010s, you have to know how to use an AI coding shell today. Usually, if you want to test and learn these cutting-edge developer features like autonomous subagents, codebase mapping, and custom MCP skills, Anthropic forces you to use their pay-per-token API, which can rack up hundreds of dollars in hidden costs. But if you know what I do on this channel and inside my school community, you know my entire goal is to bring you mind-blowing value by tearing down those paywalls. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up and run the absolute best AI coding tool in the world, completely for free. No subscription required. So today, I'm going to show you how to completely bypass Anthropic's billing servers using two different paths, depending entirely on your hardware. Path A is the cloud route. If you have a weak laptop, a Chromebook, a Raspberry Pi, or you literally want to code on your cell phone, this is for you. We will route Claude Code through a free cloud API so it uses zero hardware power. Path B is the local route. If you have an M-series Mac with 16 to 32 gigs of RAM or a PC with a strong GPU, and you want extreme privacy where you can code offline on an airplane, this is your path. We will install a Frontier-class model directly onto your local machine. Both paths are set up globally, meaning you do it once, and you never have to configure it again. Now, let's get right into the video. Regardless of which path you choose, we all need to start with the same first step, installing Claude Code itself. If you haven't already, make sure you have Node.js installed on your computer. Open your terminal and type npm install-g at anthropic-ai/claude-code. This installs Claude Code globally on your system. Now, let's configure the brain behind it. If you chose Path A, you want to use the Openrouter as your free cloud LLM API. Now, you might be asking, why not use Ollama Cloud? Ollama just launched a cloud feature, but it costs $20 a month for the Pro tier just to get decent daily limits. If you're going to pay $20 a month, you might as well just buy the official Anthropic Claude subscription. That's why we are using Openrouter instead. Openrouter aggregates hundreds of AI models. If you search for free on their site, you get access to massive models like Qwen 3 Coder with 480 billion parameters. Running that locally would require $30,000 in graphics cards. But here, it is completely free. Now, there is a catch with Openrouter's free tier. If your account balance is exactly $0, you are hard capped at 50 requests per day. However, if you load a flat $10 credit onto your account, not a monthly subscription, just $10 sitting there, your limit instantly skyrockets to 1,000 requests per day. For standard coding use, that is essentially limitless. Plus, you get access to their general free models router, which dynamically bounces your request to whichever open free model has the most bandwidth. Here is exactly how you plug Openrouter into Claude Code permanently, step by step. Step 1. Go to openrouter.ai, create an account, optionally add your $10 credit to unlock the 1,000 request limit, and generate an API key. Step 2. Clear your cached credentials. If you have never used Claude Code before, skip this step entirely. For those of you who have been Anthropic API or subscription users before this, first of all, my condolences to your wallet. In that case, meaning if you have actually run Claude Code in the past, open your terminal, type Claude, and then type logout inside the agent, and then press enter. This safely unhooks Anthropic's billing servers so they don't conflict with our free method. Close the terminal once, and then open it up so that the new environment variables in the shell boot up. Step 3. Set your permanent variables. If you are on Windows, you do not have a /.zshrc file. Press your Windows key, search for Environment Variables, click Edit the System Environment Variables, and follow along. If you are on Mac Linux, open your terminal profile. You most likely use ZSH, so type nano_.zshrc or nano_/.bashrc for bash users. For Windows users, in the Environment Variables GUI window, click New to create 3 system variables exactly like this. Name, Anthropic base URL, value, https openrouter.ai/API. Name, Anthropic auth token, value, your OpenRouter key. And Anthropic API key, value, leave completely blank. For Mac or Linux users, scroll all the way to the bottom of the .zshrc text file and paste these exact 5 lines. OpenRouter API for Claude Code. Export Anthropic base URL, https OpenRouter AI API. Export Anthropic auth token, your OpenRouter key. Export Anthropic API key, 0. Alias Claude with model OpenRouter free. Notice, we purposefully leave the Anthropic key completely blank. This cuts the connection to Anthropic entirely, guaranteeing there is 0 risk of an accidental expensive API bill. For Mac, Linux, press Ctrl-O and hit Enter to save, then press Ctrl-X to exit the Nano text editor. Step 4. Refresh your terminal. If you are on Mac, Linux, type source/zshrc to tell your computer to read the new settings. If you are on Windows, you must completely close out of your terminal and open a brand new window so the system loads the variables you just created. And that is it. The setup is permanently finished. If you are on a Mac or Linux machine, you'll see we added an incredibly important alias line at the very bottom of those settings. Because the Claude program defaults to Anthropic's paid models, if you just run it normally, it will ask OpenRouter for a paid model like Sonnet and immediately start draining those $10 setup credits. But by adding that alias, you just hacked your terminal. Now, every single time you type Claude and hit Enter, the computer secretly injects --model OpenRouter/free right onto the end of it, permanently forcing the free router. Unfortunately, Windows does not support terminal aliases in the same way. So, if you are on Windows, to guarantee you are getting massive open source models completely for free, you must explicitly launch the program every time by typing Claude --model OpenRouter/free. That specific command tells OpenRouter to use their dynamic free router. It automatically bounces your request to whichever open model has the quickest response time, and it smartly filters for models that support the specific features your request needs, like tool calling or structured outputs, which is completely essential for Claude Code to actually edit your files. And I want you to really think about the power of what you just unlocked here. You didn't just get a free chatbot. You just hacked full access to Claude Code's enterprise-grade autonomous workflow without paying Anthropic a single dime. That means you can use their brand new --loop feature to let the agent code massive projects completely on autopilot. You can command it to automate multi-file research tasks across your entire local computer, or have it automatically audit and review your GitHub pull requests before you merge them. You are getting the absolute peak of modern AI developer capabilities, and you are getting it for free. Now, I'm taking every single terminal command, the environment variables, and the step-by-step setup docs we just covered, and putting them in a dedicated post inside my private school community. Let's be real. Sometimes you won't touch Claude Code for a few weeks, and when you come back, you completely forget how to configure it. Having my school companion manual bookmarked will save you hours of debugging, and more importantly, it will save you from an accidental API bill if you hook it up wrong. Because OpenRouter handles all the heavy AI compute on their end, you don't actually need a powerful computer to run Claude Code. In fact, you can install the CLI natively directly onto an Android phone. Android allows you to run terminal emulators like Termux, which gives you a Linux-like environment where you can install Node.js and run the Claude Code program straight from your couch. Unfortunately, if you are on an iPhone or iPad, you are out of luck. Apple heavily restricts iOS and explicitly blocks full Node.js or NPM environments from running natively on your device. I'm not going to walk through the entire step-by-step Android setup right now, but if this video gets 1,000 likes, and enough of you comment Claude Code for free down below, I will make a dedicated tutorial showing you exactly how to install and use Claude Code straight from your phone. Check out the link below to get inside my school community. Not only do you get this full Claude Code resource library, but you instantly unlock access to the single best, most security-oriented OpenClaw course on the internet. It is a 7-day money-back guarantee. Join today, and let's get back to the video. Now, let's pivot to path B. Let's say you don't even want to put that $10 credit into Openrouter. You want absolute 100% privacy, zero rate limits, and the ability to code on a flight with the Wi-Fi completely turned off. You want an offline model running on your own electricity. For this, we need an engine called Ollama. Ollama is a free tool that runs large language models natively on your machine. But we need to be realistic about hardware. Here is what you should use based on your machine. 1. The heavyweight champion, Qwen 3 Coder or DeepSeek R1 32B variant, if you have an M-series Mac with 32 GB of RAM or a beefy PC GPU. These require about 19 GB of VRAM and provide the absolute best offline logic. 2. The alternative, GLM 4.79B or Llama 3. Very strong, incredibly fast, and specifically built to run beautifully on consumer hardware. 3. The entry-level, DeepCoder 14B. Fits comfortably on 16 GB laptops while acting as a phenomenal free assistant. Step 1. Download Ollama from ollama.com, run the installer, and then physically open the application. Make sure the little llama icon is sitting in your system tray or menu bar. It has to be running in the background anytime you want to use Claude Code natively. Step 2. Open your terminal and pull a model. For example, to use our entry-level model, Ollama pull DeepCoder. Step 3. Just like the cloud path, we need to update our permanent variables. Pay very close attention here. If you just followed along with the Openrouter section earlier and now want to try Ollama, you must first delete the variables you added in that previous section. Otherwise, Claude will get confused and crash. However, if you skip straight to this Ollama part of the video and haven't added any Openrouter variables yet, you do not need to delete anything. Just follow along and add the variables below. If you are on Windows, open your Environment Variables GUI window. If you set up Openrouter earlier, delete all 3 of those Anthropic variables now. Then, click New to create these 2 system variables exactly like this. Name, Anthropic base URL, value, HTTP localhost 114344. Name, Anthropic API key, value, Ollama. If you are on Mac Linux, open your terminal and type nano_.zshrc. If you set up Openrouter earlier, scroll down and completely delete all 5 of those lines. At the very bottom of the file, paste these exact 4 lines. #local LLM settings for Claude Code. Export Anthropic base URL equals HTTPS 11134. Export Anthropic API key, Ollama. Alias Claude -- model, DeepCoder. Directly save the file by pressing Ctrl+O, hitting Enter, and then pressing Ctrl+X to exit the Nano editor. Step 4. Refresh your terminal. If you are on Mac Linux, type source/zshrc to read the new settings. If you are on Windows, completely close out of your terminal software and open a brand new window. That's it. From now on, your computer is permanently configured to bypass the cloud and natively connect directly to your own graphical processing unit. If you are on a Mac or Linux machine, that alias we added means you can just type Claude, hit Enter, and it will automatically fire up your local offline model perfectly. Notice that we used the DeepCoder model as our example here, simply because it is compatible with almost everyone's hardware. If you want to try one of the heavier offline models we talked about, like Qwen 32B or Llama 3, you just need to find that specific model's name on the Ollama website. If you're on a Mac, you can just replace DeepCoder inside your alias line. If you're on Windows, since you don't use terminal aliases, you will explicitly launch the program using your specific model name, like this, Claude Model DeepCoder. Just make sure the text perfectly matches the exact name you used in the Ollama pull command to download it. And with this setup, from now on, your proprietary code never leaves your computer. We have to be honest. A 30 billion parameter local model won't perfectly match Claude 4.6 Opus on a massive multi-file refactor. But learning this setup is incredibly valuable for 2 major reasons. First, learning to drive the car. Having access to an advanced LLM is just having a powerful engine. But mastering an agentic workflow through a command line interface, like Claude Code, is how you actually learn to steer the car. You are no longer just copy-pasting code from a web browser like an amateur. You are mastering the mechanics of commanding AI directly inside your development environment to execute complex engineering workflows. And because you set this up locally, you can now practice using Claude Code 24/7 with zero token costs. You can experiment to your heart's content until you become an absolute CLI grandmaster. Second, the 150K enterprise skill. What you just did over the last few minutes, customizing a secure, 100% private, offline AI pipeline, is one of the most highly sought-after skills in the entire tech industry right now. Massive institutions like hospitals, banks, and private contractors are legally prohibited from sending their sensitive data to Openrouter or Anthropic's cloud. They are literally begging for developers who know how to deploy local AI solutions securely on-premise, and they are paying 150K plus salaries for the exact deployment skills you just learned in this tutorial. If you set this up and hit a snag, here is how to fix it. My ultimate pro tip: if you get an error that makes zero sense, don't waste 5 hours debugging it alone. Join our private school community. Right now we are offering a 7-day money-back guarantee deal. If you lock in your founder status today, you get direct, one-on-one personal help from me. If your local model crashes, post a screenshot in the community, and I will personally walk you through the fix. The link is in the description. Start your free trial today. If you want to dive deeper and learn how to actually build real projects, automate workflows, and even sell these AI solutions to clients, subscribe to the channel and join our school community. Inside, we teach a 3-phase system covering technical skills, client acquisition, and advanced solution architecture. Use the free 7-day trial to get inside, see the massive value we're building, and lock up your founder status. Drop a like if this saved you from a massive AI bill. Click the link in the description, and I'll see you inside.